our go. This will be 365 day devotional. Not yet. Hold on. Pilot has spoken. Isaiah 64. Pilot has spoken. All right. This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Remember that? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That was always fun to watch. It's different when you're in the hot seat, though. You can be in the couch watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire from the couch, but when you're in the hot seat, it's like, oh, I don't know. Even those first 3 questions, man, it's like, dang. They're usually gimmies. But I like, it's Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell, and he gets like one question, and it's like $1,000. Not even. I think he goes. I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done. And it was so perfect. Look it up. And he's done, and he's all cool about it, and he just walks off, and he's like, yeah, that's it. It was like $500. He did it so perfect. But a lot of other Will Ferrell stuff is pretty good too. Most of it Saturday Night Live? I think so. But good, you can look that up yourself. Or you can look up all the 365 day devotionals that I've done on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, just by my name now, Jeremy Arguelles. Yeah, look them up. They're pretty fun to watch. For myself, they're pretty fun to watch. Oh, I said that? That's where I was at that point in my life for me to say that. Because it was a couple months ago, I was like, wasn't sure about things, you know? But then I look back, I'm like, why was I not sure about things? I know what the Bible says. I know what Jesus said. I know what God said. So here we go, 365 day devotional. Your pilot has spoken. I like airplane and flying references. Right, Stormy? Your pilot has spoken. Trust in the Lord forever. For the Lord himself is the rock eternal. Isaiah 26:4. You want to read? Go ahead. Well, you were all so pushy out here, so you want to read? I can't read. Here's some cat butt for you. My flight into Houston was delayed by storms. We landed at the exact time the final flight into San Antonio was scheduled to depart. As we taxied toward the gate, I was checking my watch, thinking about hotels, preparing to call and tell Dina Lynn of my delay, grumbling at the bad break. Then over the loudspeaker, a promise. This is the pilot. I know many of you have connections. Relax. You'll make them. We're holding your planes. We have a place for you. Well, I thought he wouldn't say that if he didn't mean it, so I decided to trust his promise. I relaxed. I waited my turn to get off the plane and set my sights on the gate. I marched through the concourse with confidence. Hadn't the pilot given me a promise? Other people in the airport weren't so fortunate. They were in a panic. Travelers were scrambling, white-faced and worried. Too bad their pilot hadn't spoken to them. Or perhaps he had, and they hadn't listened. Your pilot has spoken to you. Will you listen? No, I mean really listen. Let his promises settle over you like the warmth of summer day. When everyone and everything around you says to panic, choose the path of peace. In this world of broken promises, do yourself a favor. Take hold of the promises of God. Wow, your pilot has spoken. Trust in the Lord forever. For the Lord himself is the rock eternal. Isaiah 26. That's pretty good. What else do I say? That's the end of the month, May 31st. Wow. Kind of a special day. A very special day. I think a lot got done today. I think people need to start being open to the idea of pursuing God, because people aren't saved. It's probably not working out too well for them. At work today, a friend of mine, co-worker, he's struggling. I care a lot about him. Because when he first started, I did witness to him, like, hey man, what do you believe, man? Do you believe in God or Jesus or Christian? He said, no, I don't believe in that. I'm more into things of the nature and the energy and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool, man. But he's known my beliefs for now a year. He's seen, I guess, the fruit in my life, how I am, how I show that unconditional love to people, and how I'm joyful and full of peace, and and I trust in what the Word of God has said. And hopefully by that, I thought that possibly by people seeing that, they would know us by our love, that they would start to wonder, and the curiosity would get them. So late at night when nobody's up and they're on their smartphone or computer, they start searching those things on YouTube about Jesus or Christianity, and just start reading. You can read Wikipedia, in the first paragraph will say what it's about and why, and how God sent His Son to die on the cross, and that's gotta just get you no way. No other religion has ever done that. None at all. There's no other religion, may seem that way, that they worship and sing songs to God with hands raised, optional, and then give a message from the Holy Bible, the Word of God, and then they worship some more. And no other religion does that, and preaches about a relationship with somebody, and we can actually have a relationship with a God, and how He loves us and loves everybody, and wants us just to save our friends, and just to tell people about them, because people don't believe it, but they'll believe it by us, seen in our life. It should not be the last resort. I guess all we can do is pray now. No, you should have just done that first, when I told you a year or 2 years ago. I was hard-headed. It took me years before I started catching on to all these people being put in my life, telling me the same thing. And I don't get that. But just at the right time, God shows up. It really softens our heart, and our eyes are open just enough to start pursuing. Just enough to be like, whoa, okay. I surrender. This is not working out on my own at all. It seems at first like it is, but then it's not. Then it seems like it is, and it's not. And I'm pursuing things I shouldn't pursue, and I'm sinning, and it's really not working out. There's highs and lows, and I don't like that. I just want smooth and steady, getting better and better, and glory and glory and glory, and that's the way it is now. So, man, and this friend, he's got so many people witnessing to him. It's slightly more difficult since it's a coworker of mine, but still very possible, because there's been coworkers that have prayed for other people and been investigated and fired. It happens, so you gotta be very careful, because the enemy, the devil, is looking for somebody to devour, and so it could be a real smart way for somebody to look really vulnerable and desperate at a time, and you're at work and you go, hey man, can I pray for you? Or drop the J-bomb, like I love to drop the Jesus bomb, but you gotta be real careful, because your adversary, be careful with that, and just be like, people know, they already know, I told you, everybody knows who Jesus is, everybody. For the people that don't, it's unfortunate, but that's why we got so many people across the world that God has put in their heart to be a missionary and go across the world and preach the gospel and tell everybody the good news. But our people here, they know. So if they're struggling and not surrendering, I don't know what it is. God does not condemn any of us at all. Yeah, just face your Father. Your Father loves you. He'll come running to you with arms wide open, just like with the prodigal son. Luke 15, is that? Yeah, man. Go do things your way. Go do it. You're going to end up with the pigs. But your Father will still run to you with arms. He will run. It's not like a father in the Bible that is that well off, that wealthy, that influential to run to his son. Even though he has this other son to run, actually running. Imagine that if my dad actually did that. That would be crazy. I pursue my stepdaughters. I do, and they know I do. So I'm not running with arms wide open. That make them be kind of odd, but I do. I should. should run with arms wide open. And there is nothing more awesome, if I could find it, than to lay down your life for a friend. And it's usually the Christian friends, our brothers and sisters, but for any friend that you genuinely know is a great person and needs saving. Yeah. Because you want them with you. You want to be together and sharing this with each other. So tell your friends. 365-day devotional. Say, hey, have you ever consulted the Holy Bible before? The Holy Bible? Or have you heard any Chris Tomlin music? Who is Chris Tomlin? We'll go ahead and search it. You know what? You'll search it, and How Great Is Our God will pop up. Do it. You didn't do anything. You just told them, hey, you know who this Chris Tomlin is. Or have you heard of Hillsong? And as soon as you click on Hillsong, you'll get... What would pop up first? The most viewed video ever would be I Surrender. Hillsong United. 12 million plus views. It has been out there a while. Or Chris Tomlin's How Great Is Our God? Or Our God Is Greater. If our God is for us, who could be against us? Yeah, those type of things will pop up. So you could use that one. So when somebody asked me today, what's your favorite music? She's a Christian already. Chris Tomlin? It really is my go-to. On Pandora, Chris Tomlin channel, then most of it's good. But yeah, I'm just rambling on. I don't think I'm off topic, but it's there's so much I could say. But it would take a whole book. Or a movie. We can make a movie. Yeah, we'll just splice all the devotionals together. And hire actors and actresses and animals. Who would play Ralph and Stormy? Would Ralph and Stormy play themselves? I don't know. I think we'd have to get other ones. Alright guys, I gotta do it. 365-day devotional. Remember, that is Isaiah 55. Your pilot has spoken. I already spoke. It's all right there. He says exactly what he's going to do because he's never changing. He's always loving. He'll be the same all the time. Very consistent. That's why you know you can always go to your Father. And you know how he is. You know? Never-ending love. Never-ending, everlasting love that pursues you. Yeah. The reckless love. As some might say. It isn't reckless, but it is reckless. Because he'll pursue you so hard, you won't know what to do. And he will knock down walls to pursue you and people and cause some really dramatic, tragic things to happen just to get you. Because he needs you on his team. He wants you in heaven with us, and he wants you for his mission. We are his spiritual warriors. We are part of his army, and we have a job and a duty, and we have to fulfill that. It's a duty. It's a higher calling than any other, you know? So, cool. All right. 365-day devotional. What else do I say? Pray for me. I always pray for my friends, family, and coworkers, and just people, but mostly friends, family, and coworkers, and then a special 2 or 3 people that I care dearly about, and the prayers work. It changed so quick within 2 weeks. I think somebody's eyes were open. It's pretty amazing how God works. But we have to be obedient and do what we're supposed to do and not have a spirit of fear. And just don't be lazy. Just do what you're supposed to do. You see an opportunity, seize it. Help somebody out. It's going to change their life, and then they're going to be so grateful. They're not married to you anymore, but you just did it just because it's natural. I think all of us, some things come really easy to some of us, so we're gifted like that. So we just got to do it. I think everything's already been set up. We just have to do it. And so it shouldn't be hard for those that the plan's already set forth, and you've already have everything given to you that will make it easy for you. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I gotta roll. See ya. There's an ant over there. I'm gonna go get it. Love you guys. See ya.